Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, good evening, everybody. The first order of business is reading the Open Publics Meeting Act notice. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Sunshine Law, annual notice having been published on or about July 1st, 2025 in 2 local newspapers with a copy on file with the board secretary and a copy to be posted to the TCCS website. This meeting is being called to order at 7:08. I have to get a motion for that. Okay, so we start our meetings with the mission statement, just so that everyone is aware of why we're here. So Ralph, if I could ask you to pull it up. So it is the mission of TCCS to provide a nurturing environment in which students realize their full intellectual potential and become self-directed learners who make both pragmatic and creative use of basic skills and who understand and appreciate the cultural diversity of our society. The faculty, staff, parents, extended family, and other members of the Child Support Network are committed to creating and operating a student-centered learning community which promotes and supports a child's natural curiosity and enthusiasm for acquiring knowledge. This learning community will follow a living curriculum, an experiential interdisciplinary study that encompasses literacy, critical thinking, and responsible social interaction while empowering each child to demonstrate his or her unique interests and abilities. Okay. All right, so the first order of business is swearing in the newest board members. Natalie was not here, so you left us.
There you go.
Okay, we just have to see, so I'm gonna give this to you, and if you could just read it aloud. Just it's both.
I do both.
Yeah.
Okay. So I, Natalie, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. So help me God. I, Natalie, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of the Board of Education, and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19 or nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in NJS 18A 12-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my abilities. So help me God.
Yay, welcome back, Natalie. Just have to sign and send it back. Okay, the next is the approval of minutes from 7/1/25 and closed session minutes. Can I get a motion to approve? Ms. Carter. And second, Ms. Bahari. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Minutes are approved. All right, Ralph. Welcome, Joanna, back. You did a great job. Did good, Heather.
Fresh out of the gate. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to our midsummer board meeting. Thank you all for coming out. I hope everybody's having a good summer. The calendar is flying. We're trying to slow it down for everybody's sake, but things are going well. I only have a couple really brief updates before we move on. The first of those being our enrollment update. I'm pleased to say that we are at full enrollment, 387 students. So we're all set for September. In regards to admissions, which goes along with that, Stephanie has been doing a great job following up with the district and making sure that we have all paperwork together. She's been starting to share transportation correspondence with the district as well, so parents can expect to receive some of that at some point in August when it comes to qualifications and eligibility for transportation. And that's moving along nicely. So that's all good. We're very pleased to be at full enrollment, and we're looking forward to it for September. The only other thing that I have is just our general facility update. Obviously, being summertime, we have a lot going on. As I mentioned last meeting, our custodians have been doing a great job just turning the building over. You could see we've started to work downstairs. So there is a lot of stuff that's sort of out of place, particularly because we also have theater camp going on and a lot of action in the building. Upstairs is really, I'd say, maybe 80% finished, if not a little bit further. The floors are being waxed in the hallways. They're looking really nice. outside of my office. It actually, I was afraid to walk on it this morning, even though it was ready because it looked wet. It's that shiny. So we're hoping that we're able to get the entire upstairs finished in the next week or so, and then really focus on downstairs. Aside from the other maintenance issues that are coming along with the HVAC, which is the next thing that I have to discuss. We actually met as a facilities committee, and there's going to be some discussion on that, I'm sure, with that committee update. But the HVAC project is still going on, but we've actually modified phase one, where we were going to be doing duct work along with the new unit that's going above the arts wing, because of the extended lead times on some of the equipment and the fact that it would run into the beginning of the school year and kids would be displaced from classrooms. We decided to step back from that portion of the project until next summer. And we are going to be just replacing the unit that goes on the roof to make sure that the HVAC works in all those areas. And we've gotten clearance from the architect and the project team to make sure that that's going to work for September, and that's totally fine. So it'll be minimal disruption to instruction, minimal disruption to the regular school year. And we are going to be actually doing some electrical work that's going to get us set up for that next phase so that we're able to proceed with the overall 5-year plan of updating the entire system with something that we can control a little bit more granularly at the classroom level. But as far as the immediate issue, which is the non-working HVAC system in that area of the building, that will be fixed. And we're still working with the town on getting the permits and everything together, but we're hopeful that'll all get taken care of in August. There was some turnover with McCloskey, who we're working with, so we're working with a different project manager, which kind of led to a little bit of a hiccup when it comes to the paperwork. But we're back on track, and things are looking good with that. The last thing that I just wanted to comment on as well is the playground. I know there's some questions about the playground. You can see that we still have the caution tape up around the playground, which has been somewhat of an issue, obviously, with summer camps and everything going on. The playground is 98% fixed, I would say. They came and they actually replaced all the pieces that were in need of replacement and tightening, and we have a maintenance plan that we'll be working with our own custodians to make sure that things are kept tight and that we are able to ensure that everything is where it needs to be. There is one piece of the little climbing wall that is warped, and that they're sending a replacement on, so we didn't want to open it because there's actually like a sharp edge to that. So we want to wait until they're sending the replacement piece and somebody to install that. Hopefully, do we have a date on that, Tom? No, but definitely within the next couple weeks or so before the school year starts, we would hope. And once that's installed, we're going to be able to open up the playground for general use once again. So, it's unfortunate that it's only a year old, but I will say at least we've worked with the company, and they have been pretty cooperative eventually in making sure that things get remedied and that we're in a good position for moving forward with the playground. So those are the facility updates. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Torres to talk a little bit about some of our summer programs.
Hey, everyone. So our ESY, which is our extended school year, and our SAI, which is our academic intervention program. This is their last week, and the students have been working really hard. This week they're doing their post assessments, and Ms. Andrews is trying to plan something fun for Friday, so that because every Friday they're seeing other camps doing water and fun stuff, and so because this is the end of the program, she wants to do something fun for them. So look out for that. And that's for the summer programs, and now summer camps, Mr. Cato.
Summer camps are in full swing. What needs to be noted is, like Mr. Hallow said, between the HVAC and the playground, the custodial staff, Mark, Ryan, and Dave have been so accommodating. Our camp had to be held down here. Theater camp is already down here. So that just needs to be stated for the summer camps. Our camp completed their 4 weeks. Every week was based on a movie. The last 2 weeks were the Minecraft movie and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And they completed a bunch of projects based on those movies. They also brought in the NJ Snake Man to do a presentation for the kids. Sports and Science Camp has had a whirlwind of the summer. They've had a magician, they've gone to the pool, They went to Extreme Energy, a slime making trip tomorrow, Mad Science Assembly, a Harlem Magic Masters, and they've also posted a lot of things on the camp Instagram account, and their last day is Friday. And then theater camp is in full swing. We've completed 1 week and a day. We have 2 weeks and 4 days left to complete the 2 shows. The shows are Matilda and Descendants. Matilda will go up on the 14th of August and Descendants on the 15th of August, and tickets are going to go on sale for next week.
Thank you.
And now it's back to me, summer preparation and PD planning. So we're currently working over the summer on the staff training for August. We have some mandated training that we have to do, and we also have CPR that we're gonna have this August training. We're gonna have our department chairs meet with the team, so to prepare for goals for the following year. And our curriculum revisions should be completed by then so that we could review them with the staff. And next is the student safety data system, that's the SSDS. So every year I have to complete like a report on how many suspensions we had every year. And this year I submitted the report, and I'm happy to say that we had 50% less suspensions than last year. Our detentions also were similar in numbers. So I just want to thank the parents, the staff, the community really for the difference in our discipline, and the numbers show with the data that there weren't as many consequences because there weren't as many infractions. So that's a good sign. So thank you everyone as a community. We all did it together, and that's it for me.
Great. So we'll move on to old business.
Okay, so I sent out to everyone the board self-evaluation. I just sent you another one. I'm kind of stalking everybody to complete it. So if you can complete it as soon as possible. I think we had like 20% of the board members finish it. So that information actually was needed for some of the reporting that has to go out. Ralph and I were able to meet and discuss and kind of meet the deadline, but it's really important that we complete that. And also there are still 2 members that need to complete Ralph's evaluation. So I know one is working on it now, but we just have to make sure that we try to meet those deadlines. And in regards to new business with committee updates, the only committees that met were finance and facilities. You received a lot of information regarding the facilities. I don't know if you want to add anything, Joe? No. Okay, so he's pretty much discussed everything. It's pertaining mostly to the HVAC and the electrical systems and the permits and all that good stuff and the playground. And Enid, if you're ready to present for finance, that would be great.
Okay, so Ms. Gallo already covered the updates on the HVAC project and the playground. One of the other issues that we discussed a little bit today was regarding the 23-24 audit. So that is currently undergoing a review process, and so we hope that we'll have some updates on next steps for that shortly. Other than that, tonight there'll be quite a few resolutions tonight, financial related, which is typical for this time of year for the school, as they're setting up new POs and new expenses that are coming in and expected for the school year. So, go through this shortly.
Thank you. The other thing I wanted to bring up just in regards to new business is the 25th of August is our next board meeting. I myself am not going to be in town. So we have 3, 4. So that meeting, yeah,
We'll have
may
to
have to
figure
be
something
postponed. So I'll probably send you guys either a text message or an email just to solidify the numbers so that we know. And then we also have to plan our board retreat. So that information will be coming soon. I don't think anyone's going to be around toward the end of August, so it looks like probably a September thing. And that's it. Now it's resolutions.
Perfect.
Sorry, can we just do like if we're going to do September, the end of September, because those of us that are
Educators, yes. I hear you.
Yes.
Yes, that's not a problem.
Yeah, so actually, before we get into that, there's something that we'll consider a late addition to the new business. Anna has actually been working with us on potentially looking at other options when it comes to lunch vendors.
So can I interject on that?
Yeah.
So in our last board meeting, we did have survey results which continually show that our students are not happy with the lunches. So I just want to thank Anna for all of her legwork that she's done to try to find new vendors, new people that we can actually have bring in food. So if you want to just present your work and what you've been, yeah, you can come on
Sure.
up.
I don't know if anyone here
gets any intense joy out of packing their children's lunch every day. I don't. But I also feel a little guilty when I order the school lunch because a lot of the stories that I hear traded among my children and their friends is how very awful it was. Like they have cute little names for it, like frozen brick of pasta.
Yes, they do.
While there are some items that they certainly enjoy, I think the over quality is not, what it can be. And frankly, a few years ago when it was $3, I would kind of like shrug and say, well, that's what you get for $3. Now we are paying over $6 with the convenience fees and ordering online. And that's like a meal, right? But we're still getting that subpar quality. So I heard of other schools doing programs where, just like we order food from a local restaurant on Fridays for our Pizza Fridays, they have a rotation during the week of various vendors. So, I was a little hesitant because our budget is on the lower side. Those schools are paying $10 per lunch, but what I wanted to do was go out to our local community and say, we want your services in our school. We want this in the community. We want you to feed our lovely children. And so, the incentive for them is to provide delicious food because, maybe they get a little bit more exposure that way. And for our children, we have better quality food that's freshly prepared and delivered to us by people. I spoke with certain people that, I enjoyed interacting with in the past. I've also taken suggestions from the groups. But, these are people who are mindful of the quality of the product and I think they can deliver for the same or similar price, something that's a little bit better. So I know that this is going to be a little bit more labor intensive and, to help to that end, we can raise a committee among parents because I know that I'm not the only one concerned about the food quality and other people, say that they would be very interested in helping to coordinate these efforts. I'm certainly happy to volunteer my time to coordinate contracts and things if we get to that point. Again, just because I have some friends who are doing this in other schools in the area, we have some templates that we can go off of. And part of the difficulty is that because for me, I'm in the very fortunate position that these lunches are more convenient than anything. For other students, they need these lunches because they're part of the program and they're certain food. So there are certain things that we have to provide for them. And with certain vendors, it's an easy thing because they have programs in place with other schools, so they know that they have to provide the milk and the fruit and vegetable, whatever. Other vendors have not done such a thing, so I think if we have to bridge the gap there and again raise the committee among the parents. Mr. Gallo shared that in the past the Parent Association had volunteers come in and do like fresh fruit for the children, and that in the past the school did order milk separately from the lunch orders. So this is a very hastily put together set of information. Right now, I have 5 options there. I've actually been in touch with many more vendors, but these are the people that said, I can do this readily for you. So for example, Cloud House, which I think has the added benefit of being halal, for our community, people who might need that. They happily agreed to the $6 meals. They gave us 5 different options. And I think those are great options. I don't know if anyone has ever enjoyed their food, but
Delicious.
And again, they're right around the corner, so I think they would strive to provide some quality food for our kids. So that's one option for us. The next thing about them is the milk is not an issue. They can run it for us. This is a little bit farther out, but wealthy person who runs this place, they were originally running this place with another health food restaurant next door. So again, they're mindful of the ingredients. I just had their food on Friday. So again, they agreed to the $6 budget. They gave us several options and they are happy to order them for us. Another option that we have here in Teaneck is Dougie's Barbecue. I didn't choose them because they're kosher. I chose them because, again, another friend of mine has used their services in their school. The quality of the food is great. Their price point is a little bit larger. They actually told me $9 or $10 to begin with, but I was like, listen, we have a little budget. So again, they were able to provide 5 good options for us. And
again, the beauty is it's local. Some of our kosher families could enjoy the convenience that we've been enjoying when they order lunch, which I think could be a great thing. Another option that we have is Renata's Catering. I don't know if anyone enjoyed Mrs. Greenwald's fare. She had a restaurant called the Launch Room in Pagoda, but her meals, I think she's the most health conscious of the vendors that I've spoken with. So this is a little bit more expensive just because she sources her products, with a little bit more attention to like organic and healthy food. So this is another set of options that she was able to offer for us. And I think I have one more. This also a fantastic place in Englewood. They do provide lunches to a school in Rutherford, I think, but again, they're paying $10 per meal. So they would agree to a $7 budget if we're amenable to it. Then they offered some nice hearty options for us. So they didn't offer milk for that particular option, but we could certainly discuss. When I was researching things, I also looked into some milk reimbursement programs. I'm not sure, how the school would respond to getting involved in that, but that there's a reimbursement program.
This is amazing. Thank you. So I don't know if the community knows, how long did we have this last vendor?
I mean,
3 years?
We've been working with them for 3 years now, I'd say, yeah.
And then there was another one before that. So this is an ongoing kind of issue. Yeah, so the amount of work you've already put in is amazing, and we appreciate that. So in regards to, I don't know, details, timelines, I don't know when you secured this vendor that we were currently using. You did that late August, right?
You mean when we initially have an
Yeah.
agreement with them? Yeah, I mean, it was during the summer. I mean, there's definitely a time constraint, particularly if we want lunch to start the year. So yeah, I mean, this is something I don't know if this is really ripe for coming up with any kind of decisions or anything at this point, but now
Right.
we at least have some sort of comparison. We had a Zoom, last week, Anna and I and Ms. Torres. We do want Ms. Kenya to have an opportunity to also kind of meet with her or whatever committee we may come up with to kind of come up with some of these logistical things, because something else that we talked about in terms of the convenience factor of working with Friendship House, which is also local, is that everything is prepackaged. Everything it comes arrived, it goes in the heater, it gets handed to the student. We also know that, time is a major issue when it comes to feeding the kids and making sure that they have enough time to eat, because that was a big complaint that we got last year to start the year. So we want to make sure that we're able to do it in a way that's convenient and logistically efficient. And then on top of that is obviously the expense, and we need to really be mindful of that, because we do actually cover the expense of all of the free and reduced lunches ourselves. So these right now, if we were to pay these at cost, we'd never make money on lunch as it is, but the more expensive the meals are, the more it's going to actually cost the school. So these are all things that we have to really kind of look at in the big picture and talk about it. But if it's possible to even have some sort of hybrid where we are looking at multiple vendors, these could be sort of highlights in the menu or throughout the month to at least kind of mix it up a little bit.
Sure. I just wanted to point out, I did speak to all the vendors about ready-made. So what we could be doing is providing labels for them, and then they just match our list and everything will be individually packaged, so it's not going to.
That's perfect, because we did mention it to Ms. Kenya this morning, and that was the first thing that she said. That's like a major, make or break sort of thing, because if it's family style, there's just no time to do it. That's great. Yeah. Because I know that she had given you a couple of those specifications, so I'm glad that she had that background information for you to give them. So no, this is great. This is definitely a step in the right direction in terms of moving forward with offering additional options. So thank you again, Anna, for that. And I would say as soon as maybe like tomorrow, if you're at all available, I think maybe we start talking about that with Ms. Kenya. She's actually here this week because Stephanie's out, and she's working in the office, so it would actually be pretty convenient, right?
I just did this in New York for all the long-term programs, right? Because New York came out with all these nutritional guidelines, and I just quickly looked it up for New Jersey, and it does say pretty much similarly in the state of New Jersey, you you have to minimize high solid fats, sugars, trans fats, right? There's a certain amount of sodium. And that's one of the reasons why we had to go in Europe. We tried to do the same thing and go with restaurants, but we could not, because when you have like the fried chicken nuggets with French fries and you have the fried chicken tenders with French fries, it doesn't meet the nutritional guidelines that you have to meet in the state. So just throwing that out there, that's one of the reasons that if you go with the restaurants, they don't necessarily know those, and we tried and they were not able to meet the nutritional guidelines. Now places like Fresh Direct do $1.50 and you can get low cost of fruit. So some of the people like subsidize things like that with like Fresh Direct, but we ended up having to go with the vendors because they know the nutritional guidelines.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's a tough balancing act, but hopefully, this is there hopefully would be some way to incorporate at least some extra choice. And even when we're talking about cost, I mean, that's something that would eventually have to be pushed off onto the parents who are paying as well. But we'll talk about it.
If anyone's interested in who's listening and wants to be part of this process, who do they contact?
Ms. Torres.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. That's fine. They could call me. That's fine.
Oh, you could say whoever you want.
No, it's fine. No. I mean, I wouldn't put him directly in contact. But I mean, actually, let's have an opportunity for Anna and Ms. Kenya to talk too, and then I want her to really be the driving factor because she's our lunch coordinator in making some of these decisions, or at least helping to work with the committee. So we'll get some information out there as soon as we possibly can. And I think there's only 2 or 3 people listening right now. So I think are there 7 right now? Wow. All right.
Those might be
They came on late.
That might be your tribe. Thank you.
That's
again.
great. Thanks a lot, Anna. No, we appreciate it. Okay, so there are multiple resolutions. Obviously, this is our second meeting in July, so it's a continuation from the first. So that's why we start at number 15. But we've got 2 budget summaries: one for the end of June, one for what we've had so far in July, and these are all the bills that we've paid since the last meeting. We've got a number of personnel appointments just for this summer that are for some various summer-related activities. We've got the annual report, which we're required to submit every year. That is sort of a reflection of how we did this past year, and it's just is something we share with the local sending districts and the Department of Ed to keep them up on what we're doing in terms of programs and achievement. Then we've got the personnel appointment for a new special ed teacher. We've got the emergency virtual or remote instruction plan, which has been unchanged for the last several years, but we are required every year to renew that and post it on our website. In the hopefully never happening again case of needing to close the school down and shift to a remote instruction plan. We've got a renewal of our technology support agreement. We've got the renewal of our special education council for special ed related legal matters. We've got the grant submission for the IDEA, which they reviewed in the facilities meeting. We've got our school physician renewal, which we worked with this physician last year as well. Every school is required to have a physician on record to consult with the nurse and whatnot as necessary and do physicals and things like that. So that's a renewal there. We've got a number of temporary agency type of contracts that are related to special ed and general staffing. We've got one with Delta T for a number of positions, and these are all as needed, but it's just approving them as a company in case we do need to use them. There's no requirement for us to actually use them, but it just gives us another option. We've got a teacher of deaf and hearing impaired contract for someone who's coming back to work with a student. We've got a related service contract for physical therapy and other services relating to that. We've got an auditory services contract, which is somewhat related as well. And then we've got educational services agreements for a number of different services from Northern Regional Educational Services. We've used them for quite a long time as necessary, but primarily we use them for transportation, for field trips and whatnot. Then we have a resolution to void a number of checks that are no longer going to be cashed over the last couple of years. That was reviewed in finance as well. And then finally, a personnel appointment for a paid intern to work at the theater camp. And those are tonight's resolutions.
Thank you. Is there any public comment regarding resolutions? Any public comment in general? Ravi, do you want to share what's the?
Yeah, so I'm actually working on a project.
Sorry.
Miss Abby, no, it's fine. I don't know. So I'm on the board of the Team Frequency Trustees, and we applied for a grant from the Bergen County Arts Group. We got a grant close to $5,000, and part of the grant was we had to involve the community, and so with an art project. And so I thought this school would be a great candidate. We have so many art projects. So I reached out to Miss Abby. She got me about 15 middle school students from grades 4 to 7, and they're gonna come help out at a project in the Team Creek, doing the mosaic. And so there's this big structure in the middle of the park and picnic area, it looks ugly. They're going to create tiles to put on the outside of that structure.
That's great. Is that this summer?
It's this summer.
Oh, wow.
It's already underway.
And so these kids did a walk already to kind of get inspired. I helped them explore all their different senses in the park. And then they did some drawings. So I'm going to take this to the artist actually tomorrow. And this professional artist is going to help them teach them how to put them onto clay tiles. And then we're going to apply it on the outside of the structure. And then the professional artist is going to come out and put a mosaic around it as well. And then sometime in September, probably end of September, maybe, or in October, we're gonna have an opening ceremony. We're gonna have, we're inviting Channel 12 News, a couple of newspapers. We're gonna invite all of you guys. And we're gonna open up to the community, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So we welcome that kind of public comment. That's great. Thank you, Robbie. No, that's
Last year was a different school. 2 years ago was a middle school and Teaneck. So we kind of rotate between all the different schools.
that's excellent. No, thank you so much.
Thank you for thinking of us in that project. Any other public comment in general? No? Okay. Now we go to the resolutions. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Resolution 2507-15, Budget Summary. Be it resolved that the budget summary for June 30th, 2025 to
Yes.
June 30th, 2025, total amount $169,005.46 be approved. Moved by? Vallejo Jesse moves. Second? Luzu seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazu?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-16, Budget Summary. Be it resolved that the budget summary for the July 2nd, 2025 to July 28th, 2025, total amount $121,660.31 be approved. Moved by? Vallejo Justy moves. Second? Lavino seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazu?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-17, Personnel Appointments, Summer 2025. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the following Summer 2025 appointments. Curriculum Writing for $55 an hour, Jennifer Lehman. PD Instructor, $60 an hour, Juliana Germinario. Summer Training, $25 an hour, Tamika Waltons. Moved by?
Carter.
Carter moves. Second?
Vallejo Jesse.
Vallejo Justy seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
Oh, yes. What is summer training?
So Ms. Walton is gonna be preparing, she's gonna learn a little bit more about our HMH and our ELA curriculums. So Juliana will be the one doing the training.
Any other questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazu?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-18, Annual Report 2024-2025. Be it resolved that the board approve the submission of the 2024-2025 Annual Report. Moved by? Carter moves, Davino seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-19, Personnel Appointment of a Teacher. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the following appointment for the 2025-2026 school year. Elizabeth Bennett, teacher, $67,155, MA Step 6. Moved by? Avino moves, second. Bahari seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
So, what question? What grade is she?
So she's gonna be the new special ed
Oh,
teacher.
special ed.
So you know how Juliana is now
Yeah.
taking Gail, so now we needed to replace Juliana, so now Elizabeth Bennett is the new special ed teacher. She comes with a lot of energy, general ed, special ed experience, so she's gonna be a good addition.
Any other questions or comments? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo? Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Welcome, Ms. Bennett. Resolution 2507-20, Emergency Virtual and Remote Instruction Plan. Be it resolved that the board approve the 2025 Emergency Virtual or Remote Instruction Plan. Moved by? Lazoo moves, second. Avino seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-21, Technology Support Agreement. Be it resolved that the TCCS Board approve the renewal agreement with Complete Computer Solutions of New Jersey to provide technology support for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by? Avino moves, second.
Yeah.
Bahari seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-22, Special Education Council. Be it resolved that the TCCS Board renew the appointment of Barton Gilman as counsel for special education matters for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by?
Carter.
Carter moves, second. Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-23, Grant Submission for IDEA. Be it resolved that the TCCS Board approve the submission of the following grant applications. IDEA Basic, $84,275. Preschool, $2,332. Moved by? Valeo Justy moves. Second?
Beck.
Beck seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo? Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-24, School Physician. Be it resolved that the TCCS approve the renewal of Rahan Shamim, MD, at School Physician for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by?
Carter.
Carter moves. Second?
Vino.
Avino seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-25, Staffing Contract. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approved attached contract with Delta T to provide staffing services for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by? Valeo Justy moves. Second? Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-26, Teacher of Deaf and Hearing Impaired Contract. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the attached contract with Auditory Assistance Corporation to provide teacher of the deaf and hearing impaired services for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by? Lavino moves. Second? Carter seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
So how would that work? She's gonna be a teacher like for a couple students or just?
This is for one particular student that we worked with last year as well.
My understanding too is that you have to provide, like if the district has to provide the service. Any other questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-27, related services contract. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the attached contract with Therapede to provide related services for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by? Avino moves, Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
What's related services?
Well, this one is for physical therapy specifically, we use them. So last year we had 2 students who contracted, who used the services.
So if a student has like an IEP, they have like a mandated therapy. Any other questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-28, auditory services contract. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the attached contract with Bergen Hearing and Speech Incorporated to provide auditory services for the 2025-2026 school year. Moved by? Valeo Justy moves. Second? Beck seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-29, educational services agreements. Be it resolved that the TCCS Board approves the attached agreements with Northern Region Educational Services Commission. Moved by? Avino moves. Second? Beck seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-30, approval of void checks. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approves the voiding of the following checks.
No, that's not 41. Actually, it should be a dollar sign.
So excited.
Thank you. The total is only like 2,000, yeah.
So there's a correction. It's
Yeah.
$1,251.23. Moved by? Lazoo moves. Second? Avino seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck?
Yes.
Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2507-31, personnel appointment for theater camp. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the following personnel appointment. Jose Dominguez, paid intern, $15.49 an hour. Moved by? Lavina moves. Second? Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Avino?
Yes.
Beck? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Valeo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Thank you, everyone, for coming. This meeting is being adjourned at 7:51 p.m.
All right. Thank you.
Let's go spend those voided checks.